Welcome back to Stuttering Sports. Today is July 5th, 2021, and the topic for today is the Detroit Lions, more specifically new quarterback Jared Goff, and how he and the Detroit Lions as a whole may shock a lot of people this season. Jared Goff was obviously traded in that swap for Matthew Stafford, where they also got like 2 first-round picks, and I made a video about 2 months ago proclaiming that the Lions had a fantastic draft class, which has like 63,000 views right now, which is fucking awesome. I know most of my subscribers are Lions fans, so I'm kind of throwing you guys this one because I'm liking all the articles that I'm reading with Jared Goff. I don't expect this video to get views. I just want to talk about how I do think that Jared Goff building a great rapport with his teammates could go a long way. There was an article that came out maybe a month or so ago saying that new GM Brad Holmes does not just view Jared Goff as a bridge QB, and he could be Detroit's long-term option. As we all know, Brad Holmes was previously with the Rams, so he has seen Jared Goff. He knows what works with Jared Goff, and I do think that this roster right now is obviously not a good one with the passing game. Let's not kid ourselves. Brashad Perryman, Caleb Raymond, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is disgusting. But I do think with guys like DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, and TJ Hawkinson, that I do think that this offense is built currently well for Jared Goff, especially with a great offensive line with Taylor Decker and Penei Sewell manning the tackles and newly paid Frank Ragnow as the center. I think this offense right now with Jared Goff is not going to be great, but I think if one of the Lions' 3 young offensive weapons, those weapons being Hawkinson, Swift, then Amon-Ra St. Brown, can really pop off, then I do think a Jared Goff connection with those 3 guys, that is something that could potentially be long-term. I do think that the Lions could use a little bit more help with the guard positions, but then when you look at the passing game, I already kind of talked about it, the receiving core is not good. Let's just say that out front. Let's just get it out there, because I don't want to see Lions fans fucking defending it. It's not good. I don't blame them for passing up on it, because I think the Lions had a great draft building in the trenches that is obviously Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes' vision, and it's a great vision. But Brashad Perryman, Tyrell Williams, Caleb Raymond, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is bad. That is bad, especially when you see what Jared Goff came from last year with Josh Reynolds, Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, and Robert Woods. It's bad, let's face it. But I will say a major positive with Jared Goff is he's not a great deep ball thrower. He is not this incredible passer, and I don't think Jared Goff should take many risks with the Lions this year. So when you look at his security blankets, that's what I call them, you have DeAndre Swift, who is a great pass catching back, and he will hopefully develop into a stud this season. Then another security blanket that I love is the tight end position. Guess what? You drafted TJ Hawkinson for a reason. You have your 2 security blankets, then you have the offensive line that can buy you time currently. So I do think that this Lions team right now, it's not good. Let's just say it. They had a great draft. They had a great offseason in general. But this is the new era for the rebuild. The Lions have been rebuilding for 50 years, but this is the new era for the rebuild. And I think the era is starting off great. And the articles that I read that made me want to make this video was mainly the connection between Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown. They seem to have good chemistry from the get-go. St. Brown was quoted saying this about Jared Goff: "He's a great quarterback who knows the game, and I cannot wait to play with him. He has taught me some things about certain routes and things Cooper Kupp did with him back with the Rams that he loves," further saying that he checks in on me. So I do love the chemistry that they're building, especially when St. Brown is a 4th round wide receiver. I get he's one of the best wide receivers with this Lions squad, but just a 4th round wide receiver being checked in on with Jared Goff, because Goff knows damn well this is probably my number 1 guy. and the guy I need to build that chemistry with if I want to kind of have my bounce back year. Because I mean, shit, Jared Goff, he was traded for a reason. let's not ignore that. The guy had 20 turnovers last year, 13 picks and 7 fumbles. So I do hope that Jared Goff can fix his turnover problem, but I do think that this roster right now, with Jared Goff and with the chemistry that Jared Goff is building with guys like TJ Hawkinson and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and with Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes and the vision that they have, I think Jared Goff does fit it, at least for right now. Dan Campbell was quoted to saying this: every guy that we picked up this offseason is hungry. They have a chip on their shoulder. They have something to prove. And that applies to Jared Goff more than anyone else. Like, yes, that obviously has to do with Tyrell Williams too. He got the big contract. Then he got cut by the Raiders because the Raiders are a disaster. Jamal Williams has something to prove. He wants to he probably wants to overtake DeAndre Swift to become that true number 1 back that he never really got to be because he was in the shadow of Aaron Jones. So I do think, like the vision that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes has, Jared Goff fits it perfectly. And then Jared Goff is taking a great first step, connecting with guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown, connecting with guys like TJ Hawkinson, using the same techniques he used with Cooper Kupp. Like, I do think that this Lions team will be bad this upcoming season, and I may not fully believe in Jared Goff 100%, but this is a lot better of a first step than I honestly did expect from a first-time GM, a first-time head coach, and a QB going from basically a playoff contender with Sean McVay being shipped off to the hell of Detroit. I think it's a great first step for the Lions as an organization. If you want to hear my draft shit where I talk about how I think the Lions murdered the draft, that one's not hard to find. That one got a fuck ton of views. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to give the Lions fans kind of a bone because I'm liking what I'm hearing. I didn't really want to make a bunch of Lions videos. I didn't just want to become a Lions channel, basically. I want to do a lot more than that. But thanks to all the Lions fans who subbed and shit. I'm liking what I'm seeing with Jared Goff. So yeah, that's going to do it for me today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And yeah, hope you enjoyed and have a great day.